Well, the aviary got a bit of a facelift. It's a little smaller now, but it looks a lot nicer and I like it a lot more. It's a lot safer. It used to be 8 by 10 by 8, but now it is 6 by 9 by 7 tall feet. So it's a little smaller, but I still think it's plenty of space, especially just for one bird, one medium-sized bird. And because it's not PVC anymore, what was happening was the PVC was like bowing because we had tensioned the wire mesh up, and so the PVC just kind of bent. And so on the bottom there would be big gaps, like 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, or more gaps on a lot of the sides, which just wasn't safe. Even for my girl, with how big she is, she could get her beak out there or her head out there, God forbid. So yeah, it was supervised only, which was kind of defeated the purpose. So with this, all of the mesh lays flat onto the wood. It's all flat here because we cut it to size so it fits onto the wood nicely. I got this kind of little latch here so I can get a padlock and leave her in here for a couple hours while I'm inside eating breakfast and getting ready for work and stuff. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, I think. One thing I really like is it has spring hinges, so I can just kind of let the door close behind me naturally. And then on the inside, I have a more simple latch, because if I'm latching from inside, it doesn't need to be locked. No one's gonna break in with me in here. And I also put, because of the spring hinges, I put another eye screw over here so I can just latch the door into there if I'm going in and out, and I need to, like, when I was putting these perches in is what gave me the idea. Hey, sweetie. So yeah, it looks a lot nicer, I think. Hi. And it's definitely a lot safer. Holly's still getting used to it a little bit. So it's all bolted together instead of screwed together. So I can take apart these like big rectangular panels. They just split down into rectangles, and they're 6 by 7. So you can just fit them in the bed of a truck and tie them in and transport it if you need to. All told, the materials just from this, all I used from the last one was the mesh itself. And so the materials just for this were about like $200, I think. And that includes all of these studs, untreated studs. I don't anticipate Holly chewing on these, but I want these to be around for a while. So if I got Merlin, I think he might start chewing on them a little bit, so that's why they're untreated. So anyways, the studs, the bolts. On this side we have a nut and a washer. We've got plumber's tape up on the corners, which is just screwed in just for some extra stability. The screws, the staples to attach the mesh, all of that cost, like I said, about $200, which really is not bad at all. And then the mesh, which I already had, but if I had been buying it just for this, sorry about the plane, the mesh, which I already had, but if I'd been buying it just for this, it would have been, it's $279 plus shipping, so probably like $290, $300. And this aviary was 91 feet of mesh-ish, so a 100-foot length would have done it. And I had 150 for my last aviary, so I've probably still got about 40 or 50 feet left, because some of it was scrapped. So that'll be for maybe an expansion or like a flycatcher to go outside of here so Holly can't just fly out by accident. I don't think she would, but don't really want to risk it. So yeah, all said, including the mesh, about $500 for this, which is not bad for 6 by 9 by 7. I'm very happy with it. I feel a lot more comfortable being in here, Holly being in here, and I think this is a style of aviary that I could live with long term.